Hello, this is Kyle Donahue from Ride My Avatar, and this is my deck profile for second place B slot on team 0066. The deck I played in B slot was Bermuda Triangles. I started off with the normal starter drawer. Everyone does that, it's standard. My grade zeros were 4 draws, 8 crits, and yes, half of my triggers of the crits from the trial decks are foiled, the others are not, and 4 heals. Now on to the grade 1s. I played 11 grade 1s. Your Melody Searcher, 4 of her. She is very important because she allows you to reveal the grade 3 and then check the top 7 by soul blasting 1. Without her, you kind of could mess up your rides a lot. Followed by my personal choice, Coria, I think that's how you pronounce it, but her skill is when placed, you can only activate one of her, draw a card, and then discard a good filter card. I used it a lot. It was a great benefit to me. Then followed by 3 of the grade 1 Setsa, Rainy Tear. Her skill is you get to, after she boosts a Vanguard, to draw a card, and if you have a grade 3 and an open counterblast, put the grade 3 at the bottom of your deck and draw another card. Great filter, great way of getting some decent advantage. Now here comes a little bit of weird on my end. I decided to play only 8 grade 2s. Most people wouldn't approve of that. That's very weird. But this is Bermuda, so Bermuda just says, it's okay. So, we got the grade 2 from the trial deck, Chocolat. She, when she can be either called on grade 1 turn, which is very beneficial because it adds early aggression that, again, came in very much handy multiple times. She can easily gall a grade 3 or put a unit to soul when she's placed, so it's great card advantage. Then finally I have Mimi. Her skill is for a counterblast. If you have a unit that matches your Vanguard, you draw, well, 2 cards no matter what, but if you have one unit with the same name as your Vanguard on rear, you put only 1 card back, but if you do not, you have to put 3. So she's great. She's a little iffy on my part, but it happens. Now on to the 14 grade 3 lineup. So, the Heart and Soul, Sonata. Her skill is, well, let's get over with Melody first. Melody is a skill that can be used, activates on Rear Guard, Vanguard, and Guardian Circle. Just to let you know. Some people have an issue with some of the cards saying that you can't use it with Guardian Circle. But Melody is a keyword that goes between all units. Okay, Sonata gives power with her Melody skill 5k to all units with Melody. And that's very important because it adds up to the quick stacking. That makes this power almost up to 66k in turns. And now her other skill is on Vanguard, Counterblast, Soul Blast. Keep checking your top cards of your deck until you hit a Melody unit. Doesn't matter what Melody unit, but until you hit one, so you could filter almost your whole deck to the bottom until you hit one. So, then at least you shuffle. It's kind of brokenly free. Like, most people would say it's kind of broken. you don't miss. But at least with Melody, everything stacks. So everything's kind of free. Next up, I played 4 of our Colorful Pastel Caro. She has a Melody skill as well. She creates boosters in the back row, so your grade 3s aren't kind of dead when you're calling them all to the back row. It's very useful because she also gives 5k like Sonata, but only for boosters. So these could be 20 plus k boosters, almost up to 15. You could get up to 43 boosting power if on the right field build, and that's crazy. Her other skill, which is okay in my opinion, I think she has more benefits in other formats, but she has a Soul Blast 2, search for a copy of herself. That's very useful probably later down the line, in my opinion, for other formats. Next up, I think one of the best is called Fina. She is at a 4 of in my build. She is the interceptor of the group. So her skill is when she is placed, well, as long as she's on the field, her Melody skill is all grade 3 Melody units get intercept, and then plus 10,000 shield when they intercept. Which is nice little combo, is that you don't have to have her on the field. You could have her in the hand, place her down in the middle of combat. She'll have 0 shield, but you can move now your units to intercept, which most people don't realize. It becomes a fundamental part. And then she has a skill that makes on hits guaranteed hits for I think it's, I barely used it, Soul Blast 2. Okay, now comes the last kind of one-ofs, just to fill out the slot. I play Cannon at 1. Cannon skill lets you Soul Blast 3, makes your opponent have to guard with 2 or more guaranteed every single attack. And her Melody skill is shared with all of them. Anytime you were to place a Melody unit, Soul Charge 1. So it helps fill her ability to go off another time for a following turn. And then finally, our last one is Serena. Serena, she's okay. She gains a little bit of extra draw when you're kind of down low. When you have 4 or less, her Melody skill is it gives all your Melody units when they hit, ability to draw 1 card as long as your hand is 4 or less. Her other skill, I never really rode her, so Counterblast, she lets you for 2 Counterblasts return 3 of your Melody units that have been retired. She becomes a little bit more useful when Kagero becomes more of a threat, so I might bump her up and remove Caro because Protect is not as much as a threat as I thought it would have been. I want to give a shout out to the Magic Satchel store. He's definitely helps me with a lot of my cards and providing. And then I want to give one final shout out to Triple Sleeve TCG. He helped out getting some cards to get Dwayne's deck up and running, and I do appreciate for all of these 2 store providers do for us. They definitely are great community players, and I recommend them highly. And that is all for this video. Enjoy, and like, comment, subscribe.